Italy has welcomed the Princess of Wales on her first overseas trip since being diagnosed with cancer. Catherine is on a 2-day solo working trip with the Royal Foundation Centre for Early Childhood. The Princess spoke to members of the public in northern Italy's Reggio Emilia. She smiled and waved at the crowds gathered outside the town hall before speaking to the town's mayor.
Princess Catherine's triumphant return. First international trip since cancer diagnosis signals a powerful new chapter. Before we dive in, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow royal watchers, and subscribe for more breaking royal updates and exclusive analysis. A royal return that no one saw coming. Picture this. The cameras flash. Crowds gather behind velvet barriers. Royal watchers clutch their phones, refreshing news feeds every few seconds. And then, after months of uncertainty, speculation, and heartfelt concern from millions around the world, Princess Catherine steps onto the international stage once again. It's not just another royal appearance. It's not simply another carefully scheduled engagement. This is something far bigger. This is Princess Catherine's first official international trip since publicly revealing her cancer diagnosis. And for many royal observers, it symbolizes something profoundly powerful. Resilience, renewal, and perhaps the beginning of a remarkable new chapter for the future queen. The announcement has sent waves through the royal world. After months of reduced public appearances and a carefully guarded recovery process, Catherine's return to international travel is being viewed as a deeply meaningful milestone, not just for the monarchy, but for countless people who have followed her health journey with concern and admiration. But what does this trip really mean? Why now? And could this appearance carry a message far beyond royal diplomacy? The answers may reveal more than anyone expected. To understand why this moment feels so monumental, we need to revisit the chapter that changed the royal family forever. When Princess Catherine announced her cancer diagnosis, the world stood still. For years, Catherine had embodied grace under pressure, whether dazzling at state banquets, championing mental health initiatives, or navigating royal duties with remarkable poise. She seemed almost untouchable, the definition of composure. Then came the deeply personal revelation. In a heartfelt video message, Catherine shared that she had been undergoing preventative chemotherapy following major abdominal surgery. The announcement stunned royal fans worldwide. Suddenly, the polished royal headlines gave way to something intensely human. Behind the tiaras, designer gowns, and palace walls was a woman facing one of life's most difficult battles. And people responded with overwhelming compassion. Messages of support poured in from every corner of the globe. Social media became flooded with prayers, encouragement, and stories from individuals facing similar struggles. For perhaps the first time in modern royal memory, millions weren't just watching a princess. They were rooting for a fighter. But even as support poured in, questions remained. How long would recovery take? Would she return to public life soon? Could she resume the demanding pace of royal duty? For months, silence dominated. And then came subtle signs, small appearances, measured engagements, carefully chosen moments of visibility. Each one hinted at progress. Each one whispered hope. But now, this international trip speaks louder than any palace statement ever could. And it raises an important question. What message is Catherine sending to the world? Why this international trip matters more than any previous tour. Royal international visits are never random. Every destination, every handshake, every appearance carries significance. This is diplomacy wrapped in symbolism. So Catherine's decision to resume international travel now is deeply strategic. It signals confidence, not recklessness. Not pressure. Confidence. Confidence from medical advisors. Confidence from palace officials. And perhaps most importantly, confidence from Catherine herself. International travel is demanding. It involves long flights, tightly packed schedules, media scrutiny, public interaction, and the kind of stamina that domestic appearances simply don't require. By agreeing to take this step, Catherine is effectively telling the world, I am ready. And that statement carries enormous weight. Think about it. For months, the public has been left wondering how fully she might return. Would she scale back permanently? Would her role change? Would the future queen adopt a reduced schedule moving forward? This trip could provide the clearest answer yet. It's also a critical moment for the monarchy itself. The royal family has faced enormous turbulence in recent years, from health crises to internal tensions to public scrutiny over modernization. Catherine has long been viewed as one of the monarchy's strongest assets. Her calm, relatable presence has often helped steady the institution during difficult periods. Her return to international duty could reassure the public that continuity remains intact. But where exactly is she going? And why was this destination chosen? The symbolism behind her return. Royal watchers know one thing very well. Nothing in the palace happens without layers of meaning. If Catherine is making this journey, the destination likely reflects something carefully considered. International royal engagements often emphasize diplomacy, cultural partnership, charitable outreach, or historic alliances. Choosing this moment for Catherine's return suggests the palace wants to send multiple messages at once. First, recovery. Second, resilience. Third, continuity. There's something universally moving about watching someone re-emerge after hardship. It's like seeing the sun after weeks of rain. And Catherine's return carries precisely that emotional energy. It reminds people that healing is rarely immediate. Recovery often happens quietly, behind closed doors, in private moments no cameras ever capture. Then one day, strength returns. And when it does, it feels extraordinary. For many people battling illness themselves, Catherine's reappearance offers something deeply personal: hope. Not performative optimism, real grounded hope. The kind that says difficult chapters do not define the whole story. Could this be why public anticipation is so intense? Perhaps people aren't just eager to see a princess on tour. Perhaps they're eager to witness proof that resilience is possible. And if that's the case, Catherine's journey may resonate far beyond royal circles. Prince William's quiet role in this comeback. No discussion of Catherine's return would be complete without acknowledging Prince William. Throughout this challenging period, William's role has drawn significant attention. He scaled back certain duties. He maintained careful privacy, and he consistently projected calm support. In many ways, his response reflected something relatable. When someone you love faces a serious health challenge, priorities shift. Suddenly, schedules, appearances, and obligations matter less than simply being present. Observers noted subtle but telling changes. William appeared more protective, more measured, more intentional. That quiet steadiness likely played a crucial role in Catherine's recovery. And now, as she prepares for this international return, their partnership appears stronger than ever. There's something compelling about watching two people face adversity together. William appeared more protective, more measured, more intentional. That quiet steadiness likely played a crucial role in Catherine's recovery. And now, as she prepares for this international return, their partnership appears stronger than ever. There's something compelling about watching two people face adversity together. It reminds us that resilience often isn't an individual achievement. It's built through support, through patience, through showing up day after day. Could this trip also showcase a renewed royal partnership? Many believe so. And if public appearances reveal the same warmth and unity they've shown in recent engagements, it may become one of the most talked about aspects of the tour. How Catherine's return could reshape the monarchy. Sometimes one appearance changes everything. Not because of policy, not because of dramatic announcements, but because of what it symbolizes. Catherine's return could mark a shift in how the monarchy presents itself moving forward. For years, royal life often projected polished perfection, duty without visible struggle, grace without vulnerability. But Catherine's openness about her diagnosis changed that dynamic. It humanized the institution. It reminded people that royalty does not exempt anyone from life's hardest realities. And, paradoxically, that vulnerability may have strengthened public connection. People relate to honesty. They trust authenticity. By navigating this chapter with transparency and dignity, Catherine may have helped modernize royal communication in ways historians will later recognize as significant. Her international return could reinforce this evolution. A monarchy that acknowledges hardship yet demonstrates resilience becomes more relatable, more human, more relevant, and relevance matters, especially in an era where institutions are constantly scrutinized. Could Catherine's comeback become a defining moment for the next generation of royal leadership? Many experts believe it might. As Catherine embarks on this trip, every detail will be scrutinized. Her energy, her schedule, her interactions, her confidence. Royal commentators will analyze everything. Fashion experts will decode outfit choices. Body language analysts will interpret subtle gestures. Yes, the royal world can sometimes resemble an Olympic-level overanalysis competition. But beneath all the headlines lies genuine curiosity. People want reassurance. They want to see that she's well. They want evidence of strength. And they want to celebrate this milestone. If Catherine appears relaxed and fully engaged, it will likely quiet lingering concerns. It could also set the tone for a fuller royal calendar ahead. That possibility has fans buzzing. Could this mean more overseas tours? Larger state events? A return to major ceremonial roles? This trip may offer the first clues. This is the question everyone is asking. Is this a single, carefully planned appearance? Or the beginning of Catherine's full-scale return? Palace insiders will undoubtedly remain cautious. Recovery is rarely linear. Schedules will likely remain flexible. But symbolism matters, and this step suggests forward momentum. The world will be watching not just this trip, but what follows. Because if this goes smoothly, it could open the door to a much more active chapter. Royal tours, state occasions, expanded initiatives, a stronger public presence than ever before. And that possibility is generating enormous excitement. The comeback may only just be beginning. Princess Catherine's first international trip since her cancer diagnosis is more than royal news. It's a story of courage, a milestone of resilience, a reminder that even in life's most uncertain seasons, renewal is possible. For millions who followed her journey with concern, this return feels deeply personal. It represents hope, strength, and the quiet power of moving forward. What do you think this trip means for Catherine and the future of the royal family? Do you believe this marks the beginning of her full royal return? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective.